shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine. Yeah. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Jets. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. Ready.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Garrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
Get it. 18 cop.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Gravity lying. Let's go.
Back to throw. Garrison. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Cowboy 80.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Second down and 6 now.
Ready? 60 by.
Looking to throw. Garrison. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Strike.
Give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And his kick here is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The Jets at 8-4 now in the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you played 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Here we go. Strike. 19. Ready to go.
They'll try the left side with Henderson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Let's go now.
They'll try to run for it with Henderson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched the ball last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Viking 18.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Trevion Henderson. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Operating from the gun, Garrison. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Garrison. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Cut 19. Here we go. Set.
Back to throw now on first down.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a second and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Garrison. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Back to throw again.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Let's go now. 19, 18.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, as he gets wiped out on that one.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Well, that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
2nd and 10.
Henderson running straight ahead.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal.
It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I don't think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Garrison. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's McCarthy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Ready. Get it. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Garrison.
Now a screen set up for Johnson.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Okay, break. Panther 11. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Trevion Henderson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
49ers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this... There he goes, right side. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. 51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey. Cowboy 80.
Off the play fake. Garrison. He finds his man, complete. That's McCarthy. They get 13 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Come on, come on. Hey. Viking 18. Hey.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have cut it back within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the two-point conversion.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. From 5 yards further back, the extra point up and good. And that'll make it 17-13. lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Up the middle, here's Henderson. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Garrison. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Operating from the gun. Garrison. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Charger, 19. Panther 6, go.
Looking to throw. Garrison. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCarthy. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
7 Pirates.
2nd and 4. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. From 4 yards out. And the Niners have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and through. And that gives him a 3-point lead. 17. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Let's go. 19 Lions. 60.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Go. 19 tight. 19 tight.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Bronco 80.
Up the middle, it's Henderson.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Trevion Henderson
With a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Jets answer back with a touchdown and to take a 4th quarter lead.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here we go. 18, Rodney. 18, 77, Wolf. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Garrison. Over the middle, complete. It's McCarthy. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down.
Ready up. 47-yard line.
Reload. Ready. Bring it.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go now. Dragon 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Garrison. And that's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 1.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
Back to throw here.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
Off the RPO, he completes it. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now back to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Let's go.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
They'll try and sneak it here.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Let's go now. Dragon, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. This one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
They'll come up now on second down.
He's back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
At the 20-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
And they take a knee.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th